You mean when they finish the end? I'm not sure. It's like I said, it was 7 till 9. That's what they told me there. I'm not sure.
And so it went on for several hours.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
The gunfire and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Well, they had trouble with their imaginary enemy, didn't they?
I guess.
Must have been many different teams.
They were using so many things that I could barely tell what they were.
So there were explosions and rapid gunfire?
And they also stopped on the top of the building right there.
Which one?
That one right there, you know?
You're talking about the old Exxon building.
Yeah, that one right here.
They blew out almost every window in that building?
Yes, that's what I...
We heard that large helicopters landed on the top.
Yes! Mostly all of them, I think. They stopped right there in that building on the top.
They just landed on top of the building?
Yeah, and then they got away. They flew away. And I also saw a lot of men, you know, that I think they were going up and those things, you know.
What about the police?
Well, the police, I don't know about them. I don't know what they did. They were just taking care of the area, that's all.
While the Delta Force did their work.
They were standing right there, and I went over there, and over here there were a whole bunch of them. I think there were...
Did you appreciate not being warned and suddenly having black helicopters swarming?
No.
You didn't enjoy that?
No, not really, because, you know, I was thinking myself that they should be, you know, have done that here because it's dangerous, you know.
Well, you know what they're doing. They want to do this to citizens in the future, martial law, and I don't want to scare you is being prepared in this country. And what they're trying to do is, have you ever noticed how if you get somebody into something a little bit at a time, they're ready to accept it? They're easing America in to it to where people are used to seeing black helicopters fly over and explosions.
I don't know. I don't know what to say about that.
Well, I'm not trying to scare you. They're not coming after you.
No, it's all right.
Don't worry, they're coming after
Even if they are, maybe the others, they are. They said a war is coming this way, so I don't know. Maybe, you know, they just wanted us to know, to see how, you know, how they fight in the war. That's what I've been thinking about it.
You're right. They want you to know that they're ready.
And maybe, you know, if that war comes over here, that war, you know, it probably would be, the noise, you know, would be more louder and stronger, you know.
And again, your name one more time?
Gracie Longoria.
Gracie Longoria?
From here, from Kingsville.
Well, God bless you, and we appreciate you
Well,
taking time.
God bless you, too.
Right here in Kingsville, Texas, every window in the Exxon building has been smashed out. Every single window. And they've come in and boarded up every single one of them. This is from the explosions. They came and blew a hole in the roof, we're told, and the large helicopters landed here, again, at the Exxon administrative building that's been shut down for some time. Blew a hole in the roof and inserted troops inside and practiced killing the evil terrorist. And the police, again, were nearby helping as the relationship was growing. It's so much fun. Well, the entire front entrance that we're told was glass and metal by the lady across the street who will not speak on camera from the Kingsville Publishing Company, the local newspaper, the Kingsville Record, says that, yes, this was all metal-trimmed glass windows, and the entrance right here will all blown away. Only Imperial stormtroopers are so precise. That's ridiculous. They blew out every window in the structure. Look at it. Must have been some powerful explosives. I'd like to see the inside of this building. And again, you got the newspaper right across the street, won't even talk to us. About the reporter that allegedly had his camera stolen.
Judy Hayes.
Judy Hayes, Alex Jones, nice to meet you.
Yes, sir.
What's your position here?
I'm the lieutenant in charge of the patrol division.
Oh, fantastic. All I want's like a 5 or 10 minute interview. Is there a place we can sit down? And...
I'll answer a couple of questions for you, and
okay.
Then I have to be on my way.
I understand everybody's busy, and I appreciate you doing this. Can you say your name for the record and then spell it?
My name is Judy Hayes, Judyhayes.
Thanks a lot. We also make documentaries, by the way. We're told that Monday evening of this week, there was a Delta Force operation from Fort Bragg, otherwise known as Army Special Operations Command. Can you tell us how many helicopters were involved?
I can tell you that Monday night there was a joint training session between the United States Army and the Kingsville Police Department. The Army was doing some sort of extraction type thing. They used 8 helicopters. Our training involved sealing off the area as if we were involved in taking care of a hazardous materials incident. So we were rerouting traffic and making sure that there was no civilian foot traffic in the area. So we got quite a bit of training in that area.
Did any of your SWAT team, or I see you have 2 officers look like they're SWAT trained, did they assist the Delta Force in any way?
The only participation on the part of the Kingsville Police Department was in a hazardous materials training session. We did not participate in any way with what the Army was doing.
Well, that's very helpful. We're also told that they were firing ceramic bullets.
I have no idea about anything that the Army was doing. It would be a situation in which you would need to contact them.
Well, yes, in Fort Bragg. Now, the mayor had stated, or his office had stated, that it was secret, but what y'all are saying is it was secret up to a point, and then the police department went around and actually warned the citizens in the immediate area downtown.
I have no idea where the word secret came from, and I'm not going to respond to that. All I can tell you is that we did plan with the Army on this in order to get our training for hazardous materials, and we did warn as many persons as possible in the immediate area, and then moving out until we had to take our positions in order to take care of traffic flow.
So actually, the night of the event, several hours previous to the 8 helicopters coming in, y'all did warn the general public in the area.
We most certainly did.
Are you familiar with the Chief of Police of San Antonio, Ale Philippus?
No, I'm not.
The deputy chief is, and we're told the chief also knows him. I went down and did a breaking story back in May of '98 where he threw out the Delta Force, and I have him on tape. They attempted to bribe him. They endangered public safety. Many areas have let Delta train, but are you aware that in Miami they fired a bullet into an all-night restaurant?
I haven't got any idea of what you're talking about at all, and that includes any operations by anyone of that name. I know that we worked with the Army.
Yes, Delta Force. Are you aware that it is highly dangerous to have helicopters at those low levels, especially that many in a small area?
I think what you need to do is to talk to people who have training in that area, and I would again refer you to the Army.
Okay, one of my last questions, and I do appreciate your time. Was there any money given to the city by the U.S. government to be able to carry out this exercise?
I think you would need to talk to our finance director on that.
Because the Chief of Police of San Antonio and the mayor talked about, again, the attempted bribery and the cash money gifts to people and things. That's why it really became a big stink. It was in their paper for quite a long time.
I can't comment on that kind of thing. I'd have no knowledge of it whatsoever, and I've referred you to who you need to talk to.
Hi. Hi, my name is Alex Jones from KGFK Radio in Austin. Also have a little TV show. How you doing? Is the mayor in today?
I'm not sure. You may want to check his office. It's straight in.
Is this the mayor's office or the city manager's office?
City manager's office.
Is he in?
Yeah, he is. He's on the phone right now.
I'd just like to ask him 2 or 3 questions.
Okay.
What's your name again, sir?
Carlos Lerma.
Carlos Lerma?
Yeah.
Well, it's good to meet you, city manager. We just like to ask you some simple questions. I hope you don't mind if I sit down. I'm very tired. I've been walking around talking to people on the street all day. We're just curious about Army Special Operations from Fort Bragg coming here, Delta Force. And we'd like just basically to ask some questions about was the public informed beforehand? Are y'all aware of the 10th Amendment and posse comitatus and things like that?
No, I'm probably not aware of the 10th Amendment, but I made the decision not to inform the public because we would have had thousands of people around this area here and would have been a lot harder to control.
Oh, I understand, sir. I wasn't trying to be sarcastic when I said it.
I didn't think you were. I didn't think you were.
Yeah. Well, I mean, certainly you are aware of the 10th Amendment, though. It's states' rights. And it's also, posse comitatus is concerning federal troops working with local law enforcement in any area is expressly prohibited. And I'm not accusing you of doing something wrong. This has been done in literally hundreds of communities. I don't know if they told you that you were the first when they came here.
They told me I was the first of some current events or current exercises that they're going to have.
But you chose, just so it wouldn't be a public health risk, just so it wouldn't endanger the public, to not tell the public about the operation that was held here Monday.
That's right.
We were told at a local grocery store, some people thought the bank was being robbed.
Well, the bank is very close to here, you know, and but the police were fully informed of it. They knew. As a matter of fact, they used an exercise to secure an area where we might have a hazardous material escape, like from the railroad tracks. We have trains that carry some materials that could be hazardous to you, and sometimes they have spills or an accident on the bypass. So they practiced an exercise to secure an area.
Oh, so local law enforcement actually worked with them?
Yeah.
Actually worked with